accepted from the defendant.
She actually
but
did
sought
not
not to
rely
use the
on
part
that
of the
anymore.
letter that supports.
Because
Oh, she did. If you read it, she relied on it and said it was not.
Reading it,
She said that it was not sufficient.
yeah, she said it is not a sufficient grounds to accept that there was any sort of divorce. One, because even if say you didn't sacra by no, it was in two parts. Intention to divorce cannot, as she meant, be accepted as divorce. And even if she for the exactly by even if for the instance by man or a Mr. Is it Kantanka or something, helped her to understand that what in some pokra bar and yes, what the buyer near the families try to resolve and reconcile the two of you, give you time. But when you come back again, now the Sunny said Basil Mokoya Nyi Muntimi Wari.
I go by the name Flamboyant Lifestyle. If not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe so that anytime I post a video, you'll be the first person to watch. Micheal is trying to let us understand that everything that he's going to do to help Akosua Serwaa, that Lume's first wife, is going to do it. So Micheal was having a conversation on TikTok with foreign lawyers and also a lot of people on TikTok so that he can get suggestions and also find a way about to help that Lume's first wife, Akosua Serwaa. So without not wasting my time, let's pay attention and listen to the conversation and everything that really happened.
I say petition now Aquabontin. Yeah, Richie 20,000. Numbers and business a bit me up what a case kakra and say a hunya.
I mean, name what is in the petition. To be a move for the Binam.
Hey,
I've not received anything. Tisebia. Yeah, I go to for the mommy number. Why?
I got to move from no can be that a more dainty because.
But what is this seeking to? What is the petition seeking to achieve, if I may ask?
So we put. Sorry, go on. You can speak. Sorry.
Go on. If you want to say something.
So the intent is to essentially petitions are set up so that you get lots of public call. Yeah, we've lost the.
Who won't concentrate what the way?
About moment.
Mr. Macho Man. So camera.
Hello.
Is it okay?
Yes, it's okay. So the purpose of petition is that you often do it to a public body, is that you show a lot of public interest because public bodies are there to act in the interest of the public, or they take actions on topic or situations that the public have an interest in. So you petition and you get enough signatures from the public for a petition. And if you reach a certain standard, then the government body, in this particular petition, we are seeking support from the German embassy based in Ghana to assist Akosua Serwaa with whatever she needs for her appeal.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a good one. It may not affect any court proceeding, but it can also produce another angle of support. That's how I see it.
Okay.
Yeah, it may produce another. A bit me cry at trigger embassy, to now decide say, oh, now say the panel a German citizen. So yeah, mudie a irene ma and a ye tino ye befa body nako ne royene mako ye yeah, it can trigger that part. So me pacho I go to avoid mommy na main sign be why.
That's it.
That's it anyway.
Ola, Micheal.
Yes, ma'am.
Me pacho initially no me say yes na verdict ni 76. Me pacho ma me no ko yi bi free mu na 40.
Miss Van Brown. Pacho, hold on. I think so but too experience with
or maybe say we me pacho Shanice. Maybe say
experience in
why me then short and na me bisa wala. Why ne verdict ni 76 na fe dey den ma me no ọkọtena ase dwene ho yi bi firi mu na ba be say 46 and answer bi bisa.
Okay, so net EBC is 74, EBC is 76. A normal sometimes or better say no assign try to summarize it a bit more so that they are any too bulky for reading. Minimum more or who say 76 and 74 no. I was of the opinion say on one name Ebi or can say oh ni ruling is about 74 pages. Ebia the font sizes or the throw I could do 74 no. Ebi or tete font no so. Emma now it got to be 49. Yeah, 49 as I see it. And now sometimes I know ruling Ebi or the interaction and answer interrogations between lawyers and witnesses, and they try to produce that as part of the ruling, or they make reference to those things as part of the rulings, Yeah, and also to me, a year because my kind ruling be a year about 336 or 35 pages. Oshima interactions a course questions are lawyer be a bisa witness be a nina producing. But when one yenisa one fa so much of and kakra no show, so I'm sure say we need those interactions in be brief pages no and abba form or maybe in the fonts no what it is so that it will be a bit more.
And yeah, what the born in about wanting work people.
In respect of that.
Okay. Lawyer Bachelor boy.
I think say my main congratulate you Namen and salute you. We am here video trending. I'm impressed. I think say I've also had an occasion to do with some grandma we were here as I was in the panel. And so yes, or some supermarket view.
Hold on. Opportunity.
Yes.
That's my mom. That's my blood mom.
Oh, good. Yeah, I'm turning the bone come up when I was in school.
Oh, so who made my boys and mammy? No,
no, great.
Yeah, who made my boys and mammy?
No, great. Very nice one. But the mind and
yeah,
we've been hanging along for a while now. But yeah, that's it. So going back to question now, Lady Nibisa, I think it's already judgment in there out now. It doesn't bear certified stamp.
Yeah.
I believe say I could see apply for copies. And no about font size
bulkier than this one.
Font size in the 14. And space in the so no. It be a 1.5 and I say 2. It's very brave, but the any who so far near I think said the low platform copy. Reduce size in to 12. No, almost space in almost reducing. So
I think it's about 1 or so.
Tiaban sana a bit compressing. It is a before say a bit young cocancy be why something and I say you be from near other things. And they want us to wait and I say like we see and I say yeah may apply for certified copy from the registrar. That's a near around 70 column now. Then we can insinuate the
you're right.
And right. So that is it. And I must say to you submissions in Kakra in respect of the way my ministry shoot it down your certificate. Over session 161 now or rely on it now. You were section
Evidence Acting, right?
Evidence Acting, yes.
Okay.
Or rely on 1 and 2.
Yeah.
But in the training create exception. But because nobody can make up the mind, one twin Nabianco, because a trainer 1613 subsection 3 was say if a reasonable opportunity is given to the parties to investigate the authenticity of a foreign official signature, the court may, for a good cause shown, order that it be treated as presumptively authentic without the certification.
Exactly. So, last Saturday in my analysis on the ruling before it came out, I mentioned this one, the third part, that if we had given enough time to authenticate this whole document, I'm sure we wouldn't have arrived at what we are now.
So basically, justice delayed is justice denied. Similarly, justice hurried is justice buried, and that is what we are experiencing now. Because Senkema lawyer Kusi time, there is no way we couldn't have gotten people to come and testify in respect of foreign law now, or can say a matter of fact. So someone an expert need to come and lead evidence, near cross-examining all those things. Because I think can take judicial notice from the onset in pleadings now must be saloon by no and in Germany. And you can take judicial notice Germany or customary marriage.
Of course.
Polygamy in you.
Yeah.
If we to me say warrior or even in the absence of the certificate, and I say in the absence of its authenticity, or now I can say any certificate in quantity prove marriage. So where it is convenient for her, and what state say you can be holding the certificate, but there may be no marriage. Or discuss say issues about say one party is already pregnant for another person, and I say one person is out of deceit, and I say fraud. Me other things I'll mention here. So
you say
you understand? And so going on that tangent, would you to say wait to make with a certificate, but now on your the same way you can also be a wife without holding the certificate. So I believe say she has already made up her mind. Say biblical King Solomon judgment even no person or deba. And we also give her a leeway.
Yeah, we give her a simple way to have that.
That is the thing. So I believe that once we are going on appeal, people with good conscience will understand that won't mean for technicalities when you say this is the deal.
Yeah.
So I even feel say on appeal, if we work so hard that this case can be retried. Appeal judges limit man can say based on the way a case is in our court, nobody should benefit from the judgment. Yes, inquiry hearing. Or meet master the case in back to high court, someone taking the time. Because you can't tell a plaintiff lawyer say, oh, leave these ones to me, I'll handle it. Only for you to come back and rely on those little flops. Now the actual judgment are in favor of. And there was no point in hurrying to finish the case in record time.
Yeah, what is the point? Really, what is the point?
So 1 month now, and a lot of cases have suffered adjournment.
Exactly.
We are applauding her. Say why are they? We need other cases are now. Can say no susubasu in the court. No, but make in respect of what may be in them.
No, in respect to the duration of the assembly. We have to accept the fact that we are there, but it's like I said, make waste of time.
Yes, other cases have suffered. We know on record time. But be that as is made, so well injunction application one grant is injunction or grant employer. And I can say, oh, because any punishment freedom because of injunction, to be in seeing any other things. But once I want grant injunction, case na it had nothing to do with the funeral.
Yeah.
Beyond say one in you and one anyway. So we could have taken our time to handle the case. Because we a case now day in day out, you get fresh ideas. But
by this instance, all the pressure took lawyer also to produce what he has to produce within a short time.
You understand? And getting other people from Germany and other things to certify any sign, it did not help.
Yeah.
And so on appeal, Omit can say, oh no, Omit case in the back for retrial. We will not rule out that option. Because
it's possible.
To be honest, this judgment is not something we should let it stand.
No.
We shouldn't. But the submission can to me be
lawyer for Joe Balami.
Yeah.
Lawyer Joe Balami.
Mipacho Ohima. Mr. Robert Suobi.
Oh,
I think
okay.
so. Yeah.
Maybe what's that question? Why?
Yeah. Okay, Jumana, you can talk.
Just joining what Joe just said, and I was discussing with Joe yesterday. The funny thing about this as well is that if you remember that divorce letter, someone mute themselves, please. That divorce letter that was tendered by the defendant as part of the counterclaim that Daddy Lumba and Akosua Serwaa had divorced by her bringing her drinks. And the funny thing is, if you read the content of that letter, which was sent and was relied on, and the judge also relied on that letter. And if you understand anything to do with, what documents that should be submitted and what kind of weight you should place on evidence, a statement that's been made many years before the hearing, in the letter, for example, and in that letter, according to the defendant who submitted it, in that letter, she discussed the fact that she's brought the drinks back, but she also discussed the fact that her and Daddy Lumba has an ordinance marriage back in Germany, that he should agree for them to both dissolve. Am I making any sense of that? So
Yes. The judge should have taken the judicial notice.
Exactly. So the fact that she says in her judgment that there was no divorce whatsoever between the two, and the content of that letter specifically was clear that there was two marriages. The first one, 1991, and then ordinance one. And she's saying, okay, now let's go and divorce through the ordinance. That was clearly a consistent statement that had been made and accepted. 2018. Mm-hmm. The judge relied on that letter.
No,
okay.
No, I think
and there was a court evidence from the defendant.
She actually
but
did
sought
not
to use the
on
part
that
of the
anymore.
letter that supports.
Because
she did. If you read it, she relied on it and said it was not.
Because reading it,
she said that it was not sufficient.
Yeah, she said it is not a sufficient grounds to accept that there was any sort of divorce. One, because even if say you didn't sacra by it was in two parts. Intention to divorce cannot, as she meant, be accepted as divorce. And even if she was exactly by her, even if what is answered by man or a Mr. Is it Kantanka or something, helped her to understand that what in some pokra bar and yes, what the buyer near the families try to resolve and reconcile the two of you, give you time. But when you come back again, now the Sunday say Basu Mokoya Nye Moda Muntimi Waribim, then the family will have to sit again to deliberate on the issue before say the part of person with flower Rimino, Yebeji or Yebeji Nesa. She explained that one.
What I'm saying. And I read all of that, which shows that she had in front of her evidence.
Yeah. Yes.
Evidence that proves evidence that proves two marriage. Okay, one was traditional and one was ordinance. She relied on it, and what she said was it was not the evidence through the letter of what had happened, even if you accepted the facts at the time. It wasn't sufficient based on what we had learned to dissolve any marriage. Okay. In view of that, if you're going to rely on the content of that letter,
can you mute yourself, please? Thank you.
Then why ignore the part that consistently support the evidence that there is a valid ordinance marriage, and not even look at that part of the evidence, which strongly suggests you have all these information, because she relied on that evidence. Not like she said she was not going to look at that evidence at all. She relied on it. She discussed the content of that letter, but she missed the key part of it, which the parties have accepted that there's two marriages. And before she even brought the case to trial, she is saying, we've got two married. We married in Germany. We did this. And does that make sense? So in not often when I go to court in the UK, in the court of law, that would be what we regard as consistent statements in a document, which you put strong weight on it because that statement was made years before this court case. So the likelihood that you would have invented the facts in that letter to support the case is minimal. So you've got, not only have you got all these documents and certified document, a letter from the embassy, all of this stuff, you also got consistent statement in document form of an intention to divorce, but to divorce not only under the tradition, but also to divorce under ordinance.
Yeah.
And yet she made no mention of those evidence, those key evidence that should have given her sufficient grounds to say the standard of proof, which is the balance of probability, had been met. Sorry, just wanted to just add that.
I get it. But we should, the whole ruling, if you read it back and forth, you get frustrated along the line. Sometimes you might even get upset. You might even get upset, but this is what we have, and we need to now focus on how we're going to, position this whole appeal process, what need to be, filed. And I see that there are some chances, a lot of chances, if the right things are done the right way. So me, I don't feel, it's lost yet. I don't see it that way.
Okay. Jumana, please, are you done with your questions?
Yes, I actually overstepped. I had finished with my time.
Okay. All right, PSA.
Okay.
But remember 3 minutes, why? Because I request more than 40 you, Mr. Why?
Okay, that's fine, no worries. That's fine. Uncle Lola, good evening.
Good evening.
Thank you very much for your support. To be honest, I like your like unim dieno or knowledge, any support concerning this issue, even how I will see to boss a church the last time Saturday, YouTube, now my very proud of you. Say, you did a good job.
That's
my problem is say, lawyer could mention say, other defendants ne lawyers cancer far marriage certificate no. Lawyer could say or catch a judge and say or person ka or invite you be maneba from German embassy. Na nipa krone bana nipa no ebe part of the witness for no na oba ebe chichimu said the marriage certificate no esitie ne how umusiye no.
What Ola Micheal is trying to do is to defend the truth, and Ola Micheal is trying to exhibit that power because of the understanding and because of the facts and things that he knows. And Ola Micheal is on track. We wish him all the best, and we want the truth to be prevailed. Ola Micheal is on the course doing all those things. Thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you another time.